Getting creative with video is something that we do all the time at a TV station. When the storms ripped through southwestern Michigan yesterday, this is what it left. Jennifer, the hurdle through this trial has been time. Do you have any words to say to the people that you continue to serve today?
Not right now.
First, I want to walk you through a little bit of what happened. There's a black SUV over here in the ditch. A bill that would raise Indiana's tax on cigarettes is one step closer to passing. About 40 years ago, this looked much different. The water wasn't hitting the racks right near this water pump station. One of the officers then shot him in the knee, but here's where it started. You can see over to my left the check into cash. We're told that that semi is on its side, some fuel spillage on the roadway there. Do not eat the tacos. Do not eat them. Gripping their pain with open arms, Desi Jones's family watching as her convicted killer nodded and grinned as he left the Marshall County Courthouse.
Without a doubt, this case, this murder was going to be the first of serial murders by Fabian Rubio if he had not been stopped.
You believe he was a serial killer?
He was a budding serial killer, and he got stopped on his first one.
That first one was a 15-year-old girl, Carly Jones's sister.
This is the first time I've seen his face, and it'll never be a face that I have to look at again.
Purple bands binding the Joneses' strength, Desi forever in their hearts, while Rubio spending some of his forever behind bars.
That was her favorite color. We did it we're always going to support her no matter what. And today we could sit there and silently support her.
Jones was silenced in her death, left in a remote area, beaten and burned. A drip of Desi's blood, an inch long, on Rubio's license plate led detectives to her killer, who was Pedro Rubio's son.
No. I didn't know anything. I'm still having my heart. I still have, that's not true, this, but I guess it is.
There's no question that he is a psychopathic sexual predator. No question. And he acknowledged that it was good that we stopped him because he would have done it again.
From 2011 to 2016, the city says that the amount that they've paid out is far less than in previous years. But we wanted to know why the city chooses to settle and which cases got the most money.
He hit me, just been to hit the other car.
When Lucky Wea was hit on a sidewalk in South Bend after a high-speed police chase and then detained, he sued for excessive force. The city settled and he got $225,000. This video showing former officer Theo Robert punching Jermaine Harris prompted a lawsuit. It was settled for $55,000. These are just two of the settlements.
There have been a lot of cases where we want to take a case to the mat. Sometimes we do, but often we don't because we know that the litigation, the court fees, even when we think we're right, may not be worth it compared to arranging a settlement that's going to put a firm lid on the amount of taxpayer money that's going to go into dealing with a particular case. One group of cases stands out in that $1.3 million, the police wiretapping case that cost taxpayers $787,000 in settlements. $500,000 went to the officers involved, $50,000 to the former chief, and $235,000 to the former communications director.
Why did the city choose to settle in all those different cases?
Yeah, I mean, that was a case where it was almost a crossfire of lawsuits, but the bottom line was we knew there had been a problem with violations of the Wiretap Act, and we also knew that the longer that was left dangling, the worse it was for the city.
Local attorney Peter Agostino says there are a lot of reasons to settle.
There's a lack of predictability when you let someone else decide a case for you, whether it's a judge or a jury, and that uncertainty always gets factored into driving a settlement.
Many of these cases involving the police department happened before South Bend Police Chief Scott Ruskowski took office. He said he's doing what he can to avoid any potential lawsuits regarding use of force.
It's not us going out and arbitrarily using force. We're only reacting to the situation that we're presented.
I might be waiting for you just to get close enough for me to attack.
And Chris Brady teaches defensive tactics to all South Bend officers.
You need to handcuff me, and I'm not cooperating.
And then we'll figure out what to do after that.
We'll figure out what to do.
Okay.
He gave me a lesson in how an officer decides to use force.
All right. Is this anything like
what you'd attempt to be doing?
You would definitely need backup for something like this.
It's just one way the police department is training officers to handle any situation.
You can train all you want, but when your life is about to end, and that's your belief, you can't breathe anymore, you can't move anymore, or you're to that point where you almost can't do anything anymore, you have to make a choice.
Her plan would cost $400 billion.
What do you want us to do? Pay him to lose money?
Votes are marching in for this year's presidential election. But at the skillet, it'll cost you $10.95 for a vote.
Honestly, it's hard to believe.
This is our legendary Polish dinner.
In this case, that Polish buffet is your ticket to vote.
Here we go again.
Oh, this thing? It was crazy. Somebody came in and said, I'm voting for so-and-so, and somebody else came in and said, I'm voting, and we're like, you know what? Let's do this.
You buy the chicken, sausage, and all the fixings at the restaurant or through catering, and you got yourself a vote.
This year is such a crazy election year, I wouldn't want to put a bank on it if I needed to.
It's the third presidential election. The owners are taking to chicken and sausage to lure voters in young and old, and business nearly doubles.
Now we're somewhere around 600 votes, but this will go into the thousands.
600 votes from one day.
Yeah,
After day one, Other takes the lead at 252, followed by Clinton with 217 and Trump with 189.
Everybody has a voice, everyone has an opinion, and they love to see every day how the numbers change on that board, so it's pretty amazing.
The tables are set, the plates stacked high, and preparation is underway as voting has just begun. What are you forecasting? What's kind of been your feelings?
I have no feeling about this. We love our customers, and we really don't talk politics here.
The online polls seem to have us winning.
Presidents have something called veto power.
No politics here, just chicken, sausage, and a home-cooked Polish meal. And for the past two presidential elections, skillet voters have gotten it right.
We don't get into all of the stuff that's going on. It's just fun, but the bottom line is they're usually right.
What the hell do you have to lose?